Hello, welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm Heyoka, empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. As soon as I started talking, he started getting. Come here. Come over to where your spot is. Come on, bud. Come over here. You got it. Right here. Ah, there you go. There's your spot. There you go. There you go. He gets a little. Well, we all get a little insecure sometimes, I'd say. Anyway, it's the 24th of November. Tomorrow's the 25th. It's Bird Day. I'd say I used to call it Bird Day because I had a cockatiel named Turkey Bird. So we call it Bird Day because he'd get a little insensitive, a little unnerved. Anyway, Mom, somebody says hi. Spirit Tree Revival, you saying hi. Someone on the YouTubes. So, tomorrow's my niece's 7th birthday. Happy birthday, Helly. I tried so hard to get there, man. To get back closer, to live closer to them. So we could celebrate birthdays and things together.
Share.
Yeah, share. It's the camaraderie that I miss the most. In all the organizations and groups I've ever been a part of, there's like, in every group, it has its own hum, its own cadence. And I can tune out to that cadence, that hum of everybody just talking. Whether it's Friends of Bill W. or frickin' squadron meetings or, it didn't matter. It's just the camaraderie of like-minded people, and you just don't really find that much these days. I mean, it's like, I don't know, the camaraderie is people's job. That's their club. That's their clubs these days. The thing, man, how things change, man. I got this in the mail today. Nice gloss print. See, I knew a lady. She did that. She dealt with the mailings at Mutual Omaha, which is a big insurance company in Omaha, Nebraska. I grew up watching frickin' that guy on Wild Kingdom too, and it was sponsored by them. And then I ended up driving by that building all the time. It's trip how life, if you follow the path, how it can lead in the wildest places. Anyway, so she worked there and she'd brag about the freaking budget that she would have to send these out, so they just end up in the garbage. See, so they're doing this is for the local search and rescue volunteer, and their tagline is volunteers saving lives since 1978. Okay. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units that they're supporting. So they got fancy bells and whistles for each of the unit. So they can, because they got to get all this stuff to save the people. Got to save. I'm a veteran. I can't make an appointment in my local VA clinic. I don't know if I have to go to Santa Fe. I don't know. I give up. If something's eating away at me on the inside, people will know just for me not doing videos anymore. It got me. Because I ain't going to try to go to no doctor anymore. But, so they have this sign downtown with a little tally. They're raising upwards of over $200,000 for volunteers. Shit. And I can't, see, people can't get the shit that they need. But you got the fancy glossy paper. This is what I think of this shit, man. Every day I see articles all over the place, right? Here's one right here. It's just misappropriation of funds. See, I was in the Air Force, okay? I was at a big base. I wasn't a little pissant base. I was off at Air Force Base. That is how I flipped off baby bitch Bush on 9/11. Yeah. Anyway. So here's an article. Let's see if it didn't. I was only at 5 level. I only did 6 years. Here it is. Middle of nowhere. New Mexico's multi-million-dollar blunder. Let me turn that light down a little bit. Established for... See, they made a museum. They made a... I'll just give it to you in the shell of a nut. They made a museum. And they spent like $4 million on it back in 2000. Something like that. Oh, where is it? I did get a couple of screenshots. Okay, so... Oh, wait. So, in 1999, the Senate... See, it's all bullshit. This is back to freaking 1999. $1 million... Here's $1 million to plan for someone to draw out on a piece of paper, design, construct, and equip this museum. And then the land of... And I just recently did a video because I went to... Go to your state, too, and just put in your federal agencies and look up the budgets, their annual budgets that they get. And then look at the number of employees. It's all misappropriate. There's enough for everybody. And these stingy motherfuckers, man, karma's coming back around. It surely will. Because people can't get what they need, but you people piss this shit away. So this museum, they spent $5-6 million on it. And then it lasted 11 years, and then they locked it up. You know? And that's what frustrates me all the time, is because I've seen so much bullshit and so much waste. I saw it at the highest level. I saw it at the Air Force level. Okay? I saw the theatrics close hand. All right? I was on the island of Crete. I remember sitting in my truck in the Bobcat. Usually a Ford or a Dodge. I like the Dodges. I like their engine rumble more different anyway. So, and I was watching them just unload all these cargo planes, just rows and rows of Humvees and rows and rows of just bullshit, just killing machines. And I was just like, oh my God, what have I become a part of? I was just supposed to get my college degree. And I found myself ass deep in the military-industrial complex. For no particular reason. Well, they had their own reasons, but they gave us entirely different ones. Anyway, so beating the earth, hitting the earth with bombs, all that. There's a debt to be paid for that. And of all the times for it to be repaid, it's this next year, when America gets its Pluto return. So it's pretty wild. Anyway, so and in terms of camaraderie, you know, and that's why that's if anybody's having a hard time, you know, I identify as a broken person because I don't understand. I've dipped in on people's lives, okay, and I'm like, so that's how people are supposed to live. I used to compare myself out all the time. That's how I always felt like I was doing it wrong because that's how people are supposed to live. And then when I went into recovery, they're like, okay, well, you just do everything that we tell you to do. You know, live like we live and you'll be fine, you know. And a lot of those things I didn't agree with. You know, a lot of those things were like snooty people ways, and it didn't have anything to do with principles or building character or anything. You know, a lot of snooty people. I can't stand snooty people, man. Snooty people are fun to make uncomfortable. They are. Snooty people. Yeah. Anyway, so when I was in the Air Force, I'm kind of bouncing all over the place today. I was only a 5 level, and the 7 levels would be like, Marge, stay away, Marge, stay away. It's already signed off. Stay away from the unit, Marge, because I would find discrepancies, cracks, and issues after they'd already written it off. Oftentimes, it would be a common occurrence. You just let me put my eyes on it, I'll find shit that's wrong with stuff. See, I'm kind of made for it. And so then you put me out in the world, and then then don't let me get a job anywhere. Then all I can do is see all the discrepancies in all the systems and all the places. So I'm going to talk about it. That sounded like a screaming child, didn't it? This place is weird, man. Anyway. God bless. Nah, there's kids outside playing, I think. So yeah, so and then I just scroll through and I look at headlines and I'm like, ain't this some bullshit? Ain't that? And then they send it to me. Then they send me the bullshit. You know? You're not getting what and see, because of these freaking short-term renters, man. These greedy, stingy, stupid motherfuckers. I just have no place on this planet for them. And just keep eating on your gluttony, please, by all means. Keep treating yourself. All you people with your short-term leases and your Airbnbs and bullshit, making it hard for people to find a place to live, man. People are poor around here, man. In Taos, New Mexico. People are poor in Redding, California. People are poor in places all over. People that are single, that are just trying to survive with their loved ones. Mom was a single mom. I saw her do it for years, and it's like, I feel like a single. Only the system doesn't give a fuck because she's my mom. But this shit, you're going to send me this shit? I should go start a tally. I just need to get my own property and just... I won't ever complain again. I won't. As long as once I get my place I won't. Nope. To heck the rest of the world. If people want to come visit, come on out, come visit. I'll show you around. There's a lot of beautiful places around here. It feels really good. If you're energetic sensitive, you've been wound up tight because you've seen so much bullshit your whole entire life. You know, you come unwind. It smells good. Different times of year. See, because we're coming up on the year mark where we've been here, so I experienced all the seasons now. They made snow today. They've been doing this whole time, but now since they put it in the newspaper recently, people that live here are like, oh my God, they're cloud seeding. I'm like, what? They've been doing it 20 years. You know? But people look at me and they just think I'm a crazy person. They don't, it's like somebody in my soul sack is not going to have any kind of an experience or not going to be educated or something like it's people's perceptions of me are really, really a testimony of how what they're telling me that they don't like about themselves, really. I guess I should freaking consider myself lucky. But it does get lonely. A movie I often think about at the holidays. I don't even own this one, but it was like, I remember watching it with it's a feel good, because we watched it around the holidays and it's a feel good movie. And when I identify with like a close knit family, this is one of those movies, Dan in real life, like how the family meets and they all meet in the cabin, they're all making food and you can just smell it and just, all that stuff. I got to experience that a little bit, going to Grandma and Grandpa's house, but never like, and sometimes, but those people weren't. It's better on TV. It's better on TV, huh, Ma? And I tried for years. Like, I did the, like I tried to fill up the house when I lived in Omaha. Game nights and stuff like that. And Mom likes to get nice and withdrawn during the holiday season. Her birthday's, today's 24th, so 4 days. She gets introspective. That's cool. So, yeah, we were going to do like a no sugar day because we'd been celebrating her birthday. We were going to do it all week, but I was like, well, we've been eating so much sugar, maybe not. But she just had a hard day. Some days are just hard, huh, Mom? Yeah. You feel better now? Yeah. Is your headache gone? It's better. It's better? Mm-hmm. I went to Wally World to get freaking... to get, that net... God, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. To make my butter, to strain my butter, cheesecloth. Hi, Stanley. There he goes. I love his cat, man. And I forgot it, by the way, but I look for more sweats for Mom, and that's one thing about like living in a big metropolitan area is accessibility of things. Like going down to Kohl's and getting jockey t-shirts and how easy that was. And I ordered stuff from Kohl's. It came somewhere to Rancho de Taos, New Mexico, where I live, and then went all the way back. And I never got any notification or anything. I just looked it up and it said return to sender. And I was like, oh my God. That's it. I'm just not supposed to have shit. I'm just not supposed to have stuff. I was like, yeah. Are you going for a walk? Yeah, she's Go ahead. Oh, it's right here. Do you need the light on? Yeah. In the kitchen? Yeah, it's the light. It's not real. That's pretty. You like that? The yellows and the green, the red. Here, let me turn the light. You need the light on? Yeah. Is that better? Yeah, that's good. Hello. Jealous because of how close she and Sassy were. And now it's just aspirations, really. They're the best of friends. And they have been the best of friends they're like soul sisters. Oh dear. Hold on, I got her. You got her? Got her? Want me to pick her up? No? Okay. Anyway. So, yeah, discrepancies. I'm made to see discrepancies, and then I just look around. I'm like, ain't that some bullshit? And ain't that some because all I can do is think about how much they are saying these things cost. When you and we go down to Lowe's, we buy these materials, they're like a fraction of what they say. But they say, we got to get this at this place. It's because his fucking cousin owns it. It's all that shit. It's all that stuff that drives me crazy. Let me get her, Ma. You want me to pick her up? It's almost like she likes it better without the lights, huh? Yeah. Want me to turn it off? Yeah, it is a lot brighter. She's been blind for about 5-6 years. Sit down. We've been sleeping with her harness off at night, and it's been working out pretty well. Huh, Mom? Yeah. We just washed her blanket. So, anyway, that's the thing, though. Around here, everybody's like, yep. I've been threatened my whole life, man. I've been threatened. I've been freaking. I'm an asshole magnet. It's an asshole. So whenever an asshole comes at me, I'm just like, oh, another asshole. You know, let's see how this turns out. So that world is just full of them, and towns and cities are all monopolies, and they're all they're all clubs, and who knows who, and that's who gets the jobs, and it's, supposedly it's supposed to be changing. I keep imagining a world how it could be if freaking the control freaks came over here and didn't win, and my ancestors thrived, and we cooperated. Because the technology, man, where we'd be, it would... Spiritual and freaking spectrum merge? Is the world ready for it yet? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Hello. It's just all crap. People, see, they can't even perpetuate the story anyway. It hardly is much anymore because people are nobody wants to work. Very few people are really motivated to work. And then now that they're turning all these states into stoner states, the motivated ones that do have drive, they're just like, oh. I don't know who Adrian... Oh, yeah, Adrian Elise. Yeah, AE. Yeah, I listened to her. But still, I think about her because a couple times, like, I spent the $10 to do her activation, and then I figured, because it has like a $300 cap, she does it twice a month. That's $6,000 a month. How many people have you put in a house? That's the thing. If I was making that kind of income, if I had that kind of I would have my travel center, man. I would be out there. Okay, this is what you can do on very little. So all these people with so much, it's just baffling that there's... Oh, because there's that mentality that people want to be homeless. People want to be in disarray. They want their basic hierarchical needs not to be met. It's a desire that people want because they're the broken people. So which part of the system benefits the most from the broken people? See, because they always give them budgets to help the people, and it never gets to us. Never, ever. Never, ever. People, but you see these big fat cops and big stupid trucks, and they get more and more arsenal gear. They've been doing it for years. They've been building up what they need to keep them safe from us. People that aren't supposed to even freaking defend yourself from them. That's assault against officer. If you freaking defend, your hands are tied. No, I don't go out much at night. I'm an asshole magnet, man. Yeah. There's a lot of very unprincipled. And for the good ones, how come so many bad ones have always been allowed to exist? If you're so good, you're such a good cop. But so many dirty, dirty ones are allowed. And if you didn't know it, then maybe you're not such a good cop anyway. It's retarded. I got good thoughts. Thank you. Yeah, I do. But she's like me. I can be redundant and have the same, especially when I'm having periods where I'm pretty much living the same day over and over. I mean, I could have a Marge-log, but sometimes sometimes stuff doesn't change much. So when I listen to her, you're gonna tune in here pretty much same stuff she was saying when you listened to her last or months ago or whenever. It's your rising sign. I like Sagittarius season. I feel like it's always felt good about around mom's birthday. Like the weather and stuff. I always went by her birthday. But it's weird because we had a step monster who her birthday was the day after mom's. So that made it weird. She was the liver milkshake lady. Oh, they know who I am, Tess, in Bud's Florist. They know who I am. My last name's Hessick. They're the best. They're such I talk about them all the time. Hessick, Marge Hessick is my last name. If you want to email me at straightpeoplelikeRainbows2@gmail.com, I'll give you my address. Even I don't know if I don't think I have your address. Dinner on the stove. Yeah, please go fix and tend to. Oh, shift work, dinner time. Get it. Much love, man. But Sagittarius season's always felt pretty good, eh, Ma?
Yeah.
How do you feel about reflecting on coming up on being on this planet 71 years and seeing all the changes since you've seen it since 1950? See, because Mom was Mom was one of the, I think she was taken from her original family to put into a state system. So they've been doing it. I know firsthand about these state systems my whole entire life. And they just got seedier and creepier and darker. And it needs to stop. Because we need to be making heaven on earth, man. People are freaking so creeped out by their perversions and their lack of disciplines and their indiscretions that what about us? You know, what about us people that aren't into all that stuff? Aren't into boozing it up and being freaking doped up all the time or freaking being late, you know, sleeping with this person and that what about us that don't care about that shit? You know? We just want a nice quiet life. Huh? We can't, there's no way to attain that? Really? Huh. I guess my Howard Pyre isn't as strong as I thought he was. Yeah. Anyway. That's so funny, Bud's Florist. Mom and Marge, who? That's funny, Ma. They called so I was going to send you a fruit basket for your birthday. They don't have our address.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Tess Castro. She watches she hangs out for my talks.
Oh.
Sometimes people listen. I don't always talk to myself. Throughout the course of the day, I usually spend my time talking to myself. I might as well put it out there anyway. So I was just kind of imagining what it'd be like to wake up with the girls. It's like it's not like, I don't know, she's 7, so it's like that magic years are slipping away, you know?
Yeah,
but she's silly girl. She's always gonna, she's got the, I think she has a lot of aspects that I have.
Yeah.
Actually, that you have. You guys are the ones that are 3 days apart. See, because Jerry's Virgo. And so his daughter's Sagittarius, Mom's Sagittarius, and I'm Aries. And he's like, that's why he don't hang out with me and Mom. And he likes hanging out with Helly because she's 7, but wait till she's freaking 17, 18. He's going to want me to be his ally. You alright, Ma?
Yeah.
So...
That's really pretty.
You like those lights, Ma likes the lights. So all those things that when we were poor and never got to do, when I grew up and went to the Air Force, because I was old when I went in. I did all that stuff. I experienced it all. 26.
You were 26?
Yeah. 25, 20. I was old. Anyway, older than 18. It's the porch light, Mom. I'll open the door soon. Kitties will want to come in. Gray guy didn't come in last night. I gotta get a baby gate for that, man. Dogs come through here all the time, man. Anyway, it's a security breach. So, but everybody was fine. But when I go out there and they're not all there, I don't like it. It tells me they got nice and scared, so they got all hid up inside things because something came through. So, but if I put a baby gate up there, then maybe that'll give them a fighting chance. At least, if a dog comes and tries to come up the stairs, it'll stop them. They'll at least wake up.
Yeah.
No, and hopefully they'll figure out that it can't get to them, But they can, at least will have time to wake up,
Become aware of what's
Yeah.
going on.
So, hi Karen. What else I think I pretty much said everything I was going to say. So yeah, there's just more. I'll just keep reporting on the BS. And the more misappropriation of funds, just misappropriation of funds, people wasting, people not just, it's amazing how much these organizations piss away and the help doesn't go to the people. It doesn't go to the people. I don't ever hear any account because I'm busy. I'm looking for the storylines of how this there was one I saw the other day that this lady signed up for rental assistance. They were supposed to help her pay her rent. She can't pay. She hasn't been able to pay her rent. So, of course, the human-computer interface on the websites, you can't ever get a hold of anybody. You can't call anybody. You can't get a hold of anybody. It just puts you in a loop. You can't ever talk to anybody. But they still freaking absorb all these funds, and it just said, and she hasn't. They said that she was supposed to get her first payment like 2 months ago, and she never got it. And now we're like 3 months deep, and it's just like your systems are broken. But they won't let the people like me into the systems to help fix the systems. See, because they don't want to get their fucking feelings hurt. Because they don't want to have to come to the realization that the whole world is turned to shit on everybody's watch that's in charge and that's important right here, right now on the world stage. The world is turning to shit on all of your fucking watches. So, what's that mean, Ma? Turnover. It's time for turnover. Whenever things get really crappy, and there's such huge shifts going on right now. There's people that are finding where they want to be. People that are feeling impending doom all over the place. It's like, okay, God, whatever. Some people are coming into their recognition of God, source, higher power, whatever. Some people are establishing a stronger bond with the one that they've already had. That's been my experience. Still, man, had a lot of traumatic freaking bullshit happen in my life, and my nerves are up here. And I try to keep them down here, and most days I succeed, and some days I fail. And some days I try not to beat myself up for failing. Because every day is a new day. That is a reprieve I've been given years ago. Is that every day is a new day. And I think about how many people don't even reach that new day. They don't want that new day. They throw away that new day. Because it just hurts. And it hurts so bad. And tomorrow's just going to hurt. And the next day, and they just can't see it any other way. But just one day at a time, man. That's helped me out a lot. So, anyway, everybody's pretty much chill around here. We got, what, did the light go out by itself? Or was that me? We got Stanley back there. We got Luna, and then Benny, and then Tucker. Oh, look, Gray Cat's there. I forgot he was in here. Oh no, stay away from that Tuck. He's the chasey guy. We call him the chasey guy. He's the one that, like, he's why I got... Luna had broken teeth, and I have her broken teeth marks, scars all over my arms. Because when she first came to us, like, I had to figure out the dynamics of their personalities, and they'd wake up and, like, go, like, direct on each other. Tucker would just do it because he was a skittish, scared dog. So he would just, like, get up and go, like, that he was scared. So he would fight at something, but he don't got no bite. I mean, he's not a tough dog, you know, but he would just do it coming out of his sleep because of his own traumas, and then Luna would go, and then they would go after, and then she had broken teeth, and she'd latch on and freaking oh my god. I was watching an episode of Northern Exposure tonight, and Chris and his brother were gonna get in a rough and tumble. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, like, how many people on this planet have never, ever been in a fight. Maybe they've been close, but you've never, like, put punch on... I have had my nose broken by my brother, and he was old enough to know better. I saw stars that day. Anyway, I also broke a frickin' BB gun over him. I cracked, and the barrel snapped off. We used to get into frickin' knockdown, drag out fights. And then they weren't fun anymore because when he got to high school, he went into wrestling. So they started using that shit on me. And the last time we got in an altercation, he freaking pounded my... It wasn't even my fault. I was the child. There was there was, like, I was spending time with Greg, and he didn't want to hang out with me anymore. So he took me to Sacramento, and then you, like, brought Jerry groceries to his apartment to pick me up, but I didn't know anything about it. And it was just all a big communication, but Jerry got triggered, yelled at you, sent you home, hurt your feelings, and then after frickin' Dad left, I got frickin' chewed out and my ass beat.
Why?
Because he got triggered. That's how, you know, and these personalities, it's like, okay, I'm never going to do that again. No, you have the capacity to do that. You just it gets buried, and then one day it always comes back. It always does. Always. So these big important men, I know who they are. I know what they do. They hit girls. They leave them in frickin' disarray. They create strife and systems that create strife just because these fucking creeps, man, it makes their dicks hard. It's disgusting. Things are supposed to be changing, but not until people start freaking changing and start doing things in a big way. People have to start doing things in a big way. I'm getting tired, man. I'm getting tired. There's too many lazy people on this planet. Too many unmotivated, lazy people. People gotta try harder. And to see freaking budget. How do I get these kind of budgets? How do I get freaking that shit to help people? Because my ideas actually will help people. See, that's the thing is they don't want to give me that. They don't want to give it to me because I'll give results and then that will make them look bad because they don't give results and I will give results. Oh, people don't want to work with me. People don't like working. People don't want to have conversations with me. People don't want to talk with me. People, I'm a spectator sport. I'm not something that people want to engage with, hang out with.
You're a spectator sport?
Yeah. People just watch me. They don't want to like hang out and. I just think about all the stuff in my life I've always done by myself because I couldn't get somebody to go. I couldn't make a buddy. Even as I got older, I mean, there are people, but there's a lot of people I'm like, man, I just assume go alone because there ain't nobody I want to hang out with too. So I guess it's a two-way street.
There it is. You got it.
Anyway, that's about all I got for now. I hope you have a right evening. Peace. I'll be back on tomorrow. That's for sure. I'm going to make some cookies early in the morning. I got to strain the butter. Forgot the cheesecloth, but I got an old bandana I'm going to use. Improv.